Did you know that nearly 70% of seniors store at least one type of vegetable incorrectly, losing out on both flavor and nutrition? It's true, improper storage is one of the top reasons why fresh produce goes to waste in our kitchens. Imagine biting into a tomato that's lost its juicy sweetness, or finding your potatoes have turned gritty and oddly sweet. In today's video, we're going to reveal the 5 vegetables you should never refrigerate, and the 5 that absolutely need to be kept cold. By the end, you'll know exactly how to make your veggies last longer, taste better, and keep your meals as healthy as possible. Welcome back, friends. When it comes to healthy eating, especially for seniors, fresh vegetables are a cornerstone of good nutrition. But did you know that the way you store your veggies can make a huge difference in their taste, texture, and nutritional value? For seniors who may be cooking for 1 or 2 and want to make groceries last, proper storage is even more important. Storing vegetables the right way can help you save money, reduce waste, and make healthy eating a joy instead of a chore. Today, we'll walk through the best practices for keeping your vegetables fresh and flavorful so you get the most out of every meal. Let's face it, many of us grew up thinking that the fridge is the safest place for all our produce. It's a habit passed down through generations, reinforced by the convenience of modern refrigeration. But here's the catch. Not all vegetables thrive in the cold. In fact, some can lose their natural flavor, texture, and even vital nutrients when stored in the fridge. This common misconception leads to more than just minor kitchen mishaps. It causes a significant amount of food waste as vegetables spoil faster or become unappetizing. For seniors, who often shop less frequently and may be on a fixed income, this can mean wasted money and missed opportunities to enjoy fresh, nutritious meals. The disappointment of biting into a tomato that's lost its juiciness or finding potatoes that have turned gritty and sweet is all too familiar. These storage mistakes can make healthy eating feel like a chore rather than a pleasure. Understanding which vegetables should be refrigerated and which should be kept at room temperature is crucial. It empowers seniors to make the most of their groceries, preserve the taste and nutritional value of their food, and ultimately support their health and well-being. By learning the right storage methods, seniors can reduce waste, save money, and enjoy tastier, more nutritious meals every day. It's a small change that can have a big impact on both the kitchen and overall health. Let's break down the details so you can get the most out of your vegetables, both in taste and nutrition. Here are 5 vegetables you should never refrigerate, and why. 1. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are one of the most commonly misunderstood veggies when it comes to storage. When you put tomatoes in the fridge, the cold actually breaks down their cell walls. This makes them mealy, mushy, and strips away that delicious, sun-ripened flavor we all love. Instead, keep your tomatoes at room temperature, out of direct sunlight, and let them ripen naturally. You'll notice they stay juicy, sweet, and bursting with flavor, just the way they should be. 2. Potatoes. Potatoes are another staple that suffer in the cold. When stored in the fridge, the starches in potatoes turn into sugar, which not only gives them an odd, overly sweet taste, but also makes their texture gritty and unpleasant when cooked. The best place for potatoes is a cool, dark, and well-ventilated spot like a pantry, cellar, or even a paper bag in a cupboard. This keeps them firm and flavorful for much longer. 3. Onions. Onions and refrigerators just don't mix. The moisture inside your fridge can make onions soft, mushy, and prone to mold. On top of that, onions stored near potatoes will spoil even faster, as potatoes release gases and moisture that encourage onions to rot. Store onions in a dry, well-ventilated place, like a mesh bag or basket, and keep them away from potatoes for the longest shelf life. 4. Garlic. Garlic bulbs are happiest when kept dry and cool. If you put garlic in the fridge, it tends to sprout and becomes rubbery or even moldy. The best way to store garlic is in a dry, dark place, like a cupboard or a mesh bag. This keeps the bulbs firm and flavorful for weeks, sometimes even months. 5. Winter squash, butternut, acorn, spaghetti. Winter squash varieties have tough skins that protect them from the elements. But the cold of a refrigerator can actually damage their skin and shorten their storage life. Instead, store winter squash in a cool, dry pantry or cupboard. They'll last for weeks, sometimes even months, and retain their sweet, nutty flavor. Now let's look at 5 vegetables that absolutely need to be kept in the fridge to stay fresh and nutritious. 1. Leafy greens, lettuce, spinach, kale. Leafy greens are delicate and wilt quickly if left at room temperature. The fridge keeps them crisp, vibrant, and packed with nutrients. Store them in a plastic bag or container with a paper towel to absorb excess moisture, and they'll stay fresh for days. 2. Broccoli. Broccoli is another veggie that spoils quickly when left out. It loses its crunch and can develop an unpleasant odor. Keeping broccoli in the fridge helps it stay crisp, green, and full of vitamins. 3. Carrots. Carrots are naturally sweet and crunchy, but they become limp and rubbery if stored at room temperature. Chilling carrots keeps them firm, juicy, and delicious. For best results, store them in the crisper drawer in a perforated bag. 4. Cauliflower. Cauliflower is sensitive to heat and can turn yellow or develop off flavors if not kept cold. The fridge helps it stay white, crisp, and mild in taste. Keep it in a loosely closed bag or container for maximum freshness. 5. Green beans. Green beans lose their snap and flavor quickly if left out. Refrigeration keeps them tender, crisp, and bright green. Store them in a breathable bag or container in the fridge for the best results. By storing your vegetables the right way, you'll not only enjoy better tasting meals, but also reduce food waste and get the most nutrition out of every bite. Let's dive deeper into the top 3 vegetables that are most often mistakenly stored in the fridge, and why getting their storage right can make a big difference in your kitchen and your meals. 1. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are one of the most common victims of fridge storage mistakes. Many people think that putting tomatoes in the fridge will keep them fresh longer, but the cold actually damages their delicate cell walls. This causes the tomatoes to become mealy and mushy, losing the juicy texture and vibrant flavor that make them so delicious. When tomatoes are kept at room temperature, away from direct sunlight, they continue to ripen naturally, developing their full sweetness and aroma. So keeping tomatoes on the counter not only preserves their texture, but also enhances their taste, making your salads, sandwiches, and sauces much more flavorful. 2. Potatoes. Potatoes are another staple that suffer greatly from refrigeration. The cold temperature converts the starches in potatoes into sugars, which changes their flavor profile and texture. This process makes cooked potatoes taste overly sweet and gives them a gritty, unpleasant texture. Additionally, refrigeration can cause potatoes to darken when cooked, which is unappetizing. The best way to store potatoes is in a cool, dark, and well-ventilated place, such as a pantry or a paper bag in a cupboard. This environment helps maintain their firmness and natural flavor for a longer time, reducing waste and saving money. 3. Onions. Onions are highly sensitive to moisture, which is abundant in refrigerators. When stored in the fridge, onions tend to absorb moisture, becoming soft, mushy, and prone to mold. This not only shortens their shelf life, but also affects their flavor and usability. Onions do best when stored in a dry, well-ventilated area, such as a mesh bag or a basket, where air can circulate freely. It's also important to keep onions separate from potatoes, as potatoes release gases and moisture that accelerate onion spoilage. Proper storage keeps onions crisp, flavorful, and ready to enhance your cooking. Why it matters. Getting these three vegetables right in terms of storage can have a big impact. Not only will your meals taste better, but you'll also reduce food waste and save money by keeping your produce fresh longer. For seniors and anyone looking to make the most of their groceries, these simple storage tips can turn everyday cooking into a more enjoyable and rewarding experience. To recap, tomatoes, potatoes, onions, garlic, and winter squash should always be kept out of the fridge, while leafy greens, broccoli, carrots, cauliflower, and green beans need to be chilled. Proper storage not only preserves the flavor and texture of your veggies, but also helps you get the most nutrition from every bite. For seniors, this means more enjoyable meals, less waste, and better health with every forkful. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What are your favorite tricks for keeping vegetables fresh? Do you have a family secret for storing produce? Share your tips and stories in the comments below. Your advice might help someone else eat healthier and waste less. And if you're looking for more kitchen hacks and healthy eating tips, be sure to check out our other videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new episode. Here's to fresher veggies and happier, healthier meals.